From the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas, this is an ITTV special report.
Our next guest is connecting your home, and it's the power behind the digital future. And it most certainly is. They continue to grow, and their alliance and their group of folks that are working with this technology are really exciting and an awesome group of folk. President and Chairman of UPnP Forum is Alan Messer. Alan, always a pleasure to have you back with us. Welcome.
Thank you, Dave. Well, welcome. Good to be back.
Sure. Remind our listeners, first of all, what the UPnP Forum is. How do consumers actually benefit from what you guys do?
So UPnP Forum defines the standards for all your devices in the home to communicate over that home network you have. So you may have got your laptop on the network to connect to the internet, but your TVs, your phones, your tablets, your refrigerators, all those devices can also connect into the home network. And UPnP defines those specs so that you can get your photos and play them from your tablet to your phone, or store it from your PC and play your home videos on your TV. All of those scenarios are defined by UPnP. UPnP is also the standard leveraged by DLNA, which you may have used many devices on the show floor.
A lot of initials, a lot of letters that mean a lot of things.
Acronyms.
Exactly. So and help us out too with what DLNA is.
So DLNA is the AV specification that uses UPnP Digital Living Network Alliance. So look for the DLNA certified logo. Takes the AV specifications and defines all the various bits and pieces you need, so that you can do those photo sharing, music sharing, whole home audio, video from phones to PCs to tablets and TVs, of course.
And of course, UPnP has entered new networks even and doing some pretty cool things. What are you currently working on that's getting a lot of buzz here at CES?
Yep. So, we've discovered that a lot of isolated home networks in the home. So we solved AV, we've solved routers, etc., but e-health, telephony networks, smart grid networks, all becoming more connected as time goes by. But of course, they're not connected into the tablets and the phones and all the devices you've already got. So actually, our UPnP Forum members have been very active in defining new specifications to bridge so that your smart meter can talk to your TV, to your tablet, your fitness machine. You can pull up the stats on your TV. Even something like a telephony scenario, caller ID popping up on your TV, so that the telephony system can now go to a TV. A TV doesn't have a telephony stack, but you want to be able to, hey, that's my parents calling. I better answer the phone. So bridging all those networks together to try and bring towards that smart home that we all envisage of the future. So it's not isolated networks, but all together.
And the way it should be. I mean, we've talked to you and I about this even over the years, that it really is a matter of being connected in our digital world, and there's no reason why everything shouldn't play nice together one way or the other. And that's where UPnP steps in to say, we're here to make that happen.
Exactly. That's our key role.
And how are you guys doing with device management too? Because now it's one thing to get them to communicate, but how do we manage all this stuff? It can be overwhelming, I think, for a lot of consumers.
Yes, I agree. And that's one of the things we need to enable consumers, and I think social providers as well, to make it a good experience, an end-to-end experience. So what we've noticed is right now people manage service provider-provided devices, so set-top boxes, cell phones, they're all managed obviously by the service provider. But something like a TV or a NAS box is not something they currently control. So UPnP has actually made some device management specifications that let you go end-to-end. So the service provider can control the set-top box, and then the set-top box can see your TV and say, okay, I'm trying to deliver IPTV. What's going wrong here? Is the network's not going fast enough? It's the wrong firmware version? And you've not got the right app installed? So that you can then get that full experience for the consumer. And that's, of course, key. You want to just connect it up and enjoy.
Of course.
And you call up whoever the vendor is and say, hey, I've got this problem. Can you fix it? And so by linking the systems together, that's the key part to getting that end-to-end solution.
Is some of that opportunity to allow the devices to kind of correct themselves in many cases whenever possible, or as you mentioned, to at least alert that we're missing a driver or something's happening that might need the intervention of the consumer?
Yeah, you can do both, basically. So the devices can diagnose, so they can do like a bandwidth test, is there a connectivity test, those kind of things are very useful. But also, you can enable something like a service provider or a Best Buy Geek Squad or something like that to come in and say, you're having a problem, sir. Oh, I see the problem is your network speed is not fast enough. Can you check, is there a refrigerator in the way or a microwave or something causing a problem?
Yeah. Now, I notice you're carrying a Samsung Galaxy S phone, and rumor has it that UPnP is playing a role with your phone even now.
Absolutely. And I wanted to kind of highlight the number of ways that UPnP is used in this device. So obviously, the DLNA inside here all shares the app that we use on our device. So you can share AV, video, etc. around the home. So that's one use of UPnP inside here. Actually, there's a Samsung remote control application that you can remote control your TV, and you get the electronic remote control. Uses UPnP2 also. Wi-Fi protected setup. You know, where you press the button on the device and the button on the router, and they agree a little password between each other. UPnP also is the basis of that technology. And then lastly, actually, we have an application on the Samsung TVs called Smart View, where you get the connection from the TV to the phone, and you can see what's on the TV on your phone. Also uses UPnP technology.
And how convenient is that when you might need to just take a little trip somewhere else, another room in the house, whether it's the kitchen or otherwise, and be able to not miss a moment of the show you're watching?
Take a tablet to the kitchen or something like that. And they're all using the same stack, right? And so that gives much better for the developers, much easier to debug and bring out to products. So really great that we see UPnP used in so many different ways these days.
Oh, that's awesome. And of course, one would expect now that other smartphones will be doing the same.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, all other things. So, you know, if you look at all the other competitors, even an iPhone these days, you know, if you got a DLNA app, UPnP. Wi-Fi protector setup, UPnP. Gain and gain. You see in all these devices.
Terrific. Well, then what's around the corner for UPnP and just slightly into tomorrow that's got you all excited? That we're not there yet, but it's coming.
Well, I think pulling all these things together, so making all those things happen for the smart home. You know, we've all seen the Jetsons, etc., and we have some of those data points. You know, I've talked about eHealth and bits and pieces, but there's so much more that's necessary to really pull that thing together so that it's all working together and, you know, living that kind of very connected lifestyle that we all want.
Of course.
But it's not quite there yet.
That's true, and sometimes we all want it, but now we have to intervene way too much to make it happen.
Yeah, we don't want any of that.
No, exactly. The Jetsons era almost here,
Getting
not
there.
quite.
Yeah.
Alan, always a delight to chat with you, and thanks for spending a few minutes with us.
No problem.
UPnP.org for more info. We'll link you there, too, when you visit us at intotomorrow.com. We're back with more from the show floor at CES in Las Vegas. I'm Dave Graveline, bringing you further into tomorrow right here on the Advanced Media Network.